Hello, welcome back to this hobby of ours. My name is D. Today's episode, Watch Library, an unbiased WatchBook review. Today's episode, this is the one we're checking out. Here we have our very first hobby of ours, WatchBook review. Longines Legendary Watches. This massive book from John Goldberger. What a catch. This is a tome coming in at 600 pages. These books can be expensive, and I enjoy collecting watch books as much as watches because I use them in my collecting, right? I collect anywhere from like the 80s up to 2010. Anything after 2010, certainly on the internet, but you'd be surprised how much is not on the internet for that period. I don't have a Longines watch, but I was thinking about getting one, and I figured what better way than to get a book about it and start really researching it. This book comes in pretty expensive. I think it was only available from Hodinkee at the time. I think somewhere around 400, quite a bit. The way I value watch books is 50 cents per page. So 600 pages, 50 cents. This should have been a $300 book, and it came in quite a bit higher. Other than that, it is an excellent book. The quality of the binding and everything you're about to see inside is fabulous. So let's crack it open and have a look. Just to do a quick little flip through so you can get a sense of what you're in for here. It has quite a bit of the history, certainly some really excellent photos. We got full page photos on the right, supplementary photos on the left, and all of the reference numbers to go along with it. The quality of this book is very, very high, and you're paying a price for it. So ultimately, when I went through this book, I found a couple references I was interested in, namely the 13ZN, which is the very first flyback chronograph. There's a couple there. So that's probably the model I'm going to search for. Other models of interest, there's they've got the vintage ones, and they've got their reissues of their vintage. Certainly the Dirty Dozen is nice, boom, right there. And the, a smattering of other ones. Up until getting this book like this one here. I really like this one. That's pretty cool. I didn't know a lot about Longines, considering they're not really in the forefront as they used to be. This one here, I also like this one. Their vintage ones are really claiming a premium price. And their new ones are, kind of like in the Tag Heuer realm, a little bit under maybe, and you can certainly get them at a discount used. An interesting brand. The 13ZN flyback, I saw one when I was out in LA. I'll pop in an insert from that store that I went to. Really great used watches place, second time around. They were great. And I don't know. That watch, 10 to 13 grand, way too much. The one I saw out in LA had been redialed and was closer to 6 or 7. Still a pretty penny for what it is. So the shakedown. Our first book, All Blue Stars. Excellent history in this book, excellent photos. The reference numbers are there, everything's there to help you hunt. The quality of the book is amazing, and the cost is pretty high. Getting $5 signs for it, considering it is priced at above my 50 cents on the dollar model. So ultimately, what's the value? Did this book do its job, and is it worth adding to the library? I'm not entirely sure it's justified. If you're a fan of Longines, absolutely, why not? If you're a casual observer of the Longines brand, perhaps not. If you're hunting Longines, absolutely. This book with all its reference photos and so forth, can help steer you around the curves and the possible Frankenstein watches out there and other watches that have not been kept true to form. So ultimately, somewhere in the middle on this book, but I'm glad I could share it with you and help inform your decision whether or not to get it. Take care.